What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Box Attack. I'm Dom, and today we are getting into episode 2 of my epic Funko Pop collection, and we are checking out the entire Avengers Infinity War lineup. Alright, so there are a lot of pops in the Avengers Infinity War lineup, and I'm going to start with the bigger ones first, and then we'll move to the smaller ones, which are on the wall over here behind me. And we're going to start out with E-Tree. This is a fairly newer one, I believe. This is a 6-inch pop. This obviously is E-Tree, who forged the Infinity Gauntlet and Stormbreaker, and you can see on the back here we have some of the newer wave here as well, like Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive, things like that. E-Tree, though, big fan of this guy right here. I was actually surprised that Amazon shipped it in decent condition, but we will move along to one of my favorite movie moments out of this series, which is the Thor versus Thanos movie moment. And I have some of these out of box because, well, I just think they're displayed better that way, but I do save the boxes, so that's a cool thing here. I love this movie moment, and I made a video on this back a while ago, so if you want to check that out, link in the description. This is definitely one of my favorites in the movie moments that they have for this. The only other one really, though, is this guy right here, which is Captain America versus Thanos. Now, what's interesting about these two movie moments is that they're not bobbleheads, and it's my understanding that it was actually a mistake made by Funko. But you can see here that we have Captain America grabbing the gauntlet, you know, trying to hold Thanos off there. And this is a cool one as well. I mean, realistically, these two right here are very, very similar. As you can see, they're both kind of on a very similar platform. I think that the Thor versus Thanos looks a lot cooler in my opinion, but you know, to each their own. And we do also have the big 10-inch Thanos pop. Now, this is identical to the regular size Thanos pop that they have, but I like this guy. He's pretty cool. Like, I like the big one. Again, I display this out of box, just my preference, but he is a nice big pop. I mean, it's pretty cool, and he's just got a giant bobbly head here. So big fan of the 10-inch Thanos there. And then we also do have another Thanos over here, which was a Marvel Collector Core exclusive. Now, this is Thanos in Sanctuary 2, so it's like a pop ride basically, and we have this big acrylic stand here at the bottom which holds him up, you know, so he's flying through space. But you can see here that overall the spaceship and everything looks pretty nice in my opinion. Big fan of this guy. Again, this was a collector's core exclusive, so that's the only way you're able to get your hands on this one. Now, we do also have the standard Hulk Buster right here, and I mean, Hulk Buster, what can you say? It's just awesome all around. Now, this is number 294, and I'm not going to take probably any of these out of the box because it'll just take too long, but I do want to show you guys the collection here. And on the back, this is also a, you know, kind of newer one that has some of the newer wave of the lineup on the back here. Let's go ahead and move on to the last big pop that I have. This is my favorite in the Hulk Buster series. This is Hulk busting out of the Hulk Buster, and it's just, it is a really, really cool pop. This one's just awesome all around. And this was a GameStop exclusive, number 306 in the series, and you can see that Hulk is just kind of trying to bust his way out of the Hulk Buster. This moment actually never happened in the movie, which is so funny about some of these, because they released the pops before the movie comes out, so they're not always sure exactly what's gonna happen. But I don't know, this is a fan favorite of a lot of people actually. Definitely a favorite of mine as far as the Hulk Buster situation goes. But let's move on to the smaller pops, and this is where the time is going to get eaten up a little bit. All right, so coming up here first, we have number 285. This is the OG Iron Man from the Infinity War lineup, and he's pretty cool. I mean, I like the pose, obviously. I do have one of him out of box as well, so you can kind of get a closer look at that. It's a pretty cool pop, actually, but we do have several other variants of this Iron Man pop. There are actually 3 of them, I believe, in total. So we have the Target exclusive red chrome Iron Man, which is awesome. Same box and everything, just red chrome with the Target exclusive sticker. And then, of course, we cannot forget about the gold chrome Iron Man. Now, this gold chrome was an exclusive for Australia, I believe, or in that region. This was with Pop Culture, I'm pretty sure, but it's basically the same thing as the red chrome. It's just a gold chrome. So lots of chrome variants here for the Infinity War lineup. Definitely some of the most number of chrome variants I've seen in a Pop lineup. But we do have one more, and that is number 288 here. Now this is Captain America. So this is just the common Captain America. Nothing too special about him, but he is in the series here, and we will quickly move along to the other side here because, like I said, there's a lot of Pops in this series. Now, on the other side here, we do have our Spider-Men, and as you can see here, they're both the same pose, just one was that Australia region exclusive, which is a red chrome Spider-Man, and then this one is the common, and obviously I say Spider-Man, but it's Iron Spider, as you can see there on the box. So they have the same pose. One is just the chrome variant, and one is the standard common variant. Two of my favorite Pops in this series, well, only because of the exclusive that it has for it, is number 286. Now this is Thor, and I just think this is cool. He's holding Stormbreaker, and you know, we have that kind of nice looking suit on him. He's got the scar on his eye and everything, but that is very nicely complemented by this Pop right here, which is the Asia exclusive glow-in-the-dark Thor, and it's pretty awesome because Stormbreaker glows, his eyes glow, the little buttons on him do it. It's just a really cool looking Pop, especially the glow on it. And overall, I mean, this one is kind of one of the grails out of the whole Avengers Infinity War lineup. There are a few grails here, but I think this is one of the more valuable ones, and I'm a big fan of it. So anyway, let's move on to the next set of numbers so we can pump through this because there are quite a few Pops. All right, so next in the lineup, we have all 6 of these chrome Thanos Pops that were Walmart exclusives, and they were kind of annoying to get a hold of at first. I mean, they're not very valuable or anything like that, but just the act of getting a hold of them was super annoying. Now, we do have one more chrome Thanos, and it is another purple chrome Thanos, which was that exclusive in the Australian area. And as you can see here, the two chrome purple Thanoses, or Thani? I don't know, what do you call multiple Thanoses? These two, the exclusive one, their main differences here. The exclusive one is a slightly different tone of purple. It's a deeper purple. And then also you can see here that the Walmart one is frowning with his fist closed, while the exclusive one is smiling and he kind of has his fist like open like that. So they made sure to differentiate these two exclusive, not to tick off the people that had to get a hold of this one, which this one was not easy to get a hold of as well. I mean, it was easy to get a hold of paying like very high above retail, but just getting it at like, you know, where it's supposed to be at was kind of difficult. So coming up next, we have number 289. Now this is the common Thanos Pop. Not a whole lot special about him. I do have one out of box for him as well. Obviously he's got a bobblehead and he's a little bit taller than the other Pops, like the regular size Pops in this line, obviously because he's Thanos, so he's gonna be a little bit bigger. But I do like this one, but my favorite Thanos Pop out of this number 289 is definitely this guy right here. This is the Target exclusive metallic Thanos. Now this actually came with a t-shirt bundle, so that's the only way that you could get a hold of this Pop with the metallic paint job on it. It's exactly the same pose as this one right here. As you can see though, he's just a lot more metallic on his face pretty much. His skin tone is basically what is metallic out of this whole thing. But definitely a cool pop there. Moving along though, we have number 290. Now this is Corvus Glaive. This is a common pop. This is actually a fairly newer release, I guess, in terms of like a lot of the other ones in the wave here. So we have Corvus Glaive, number 290, and then 291, Ebony Maw. This guy's cool. I actually like this character a lot. Kind of creepy looking, but Ebony Maw here, again, another newer common that was released that I picked up. I think it was released late last year at some point, but anyway, we also do have number 292 here, which is Proxima Midnight, and she is just a freaking like ruthless villain all around. Now these are all of Thanos' children, I guess, if you want to call them that, but we do have 292 here. Now, we have 293, which is the common Groot, and this one, he's just holding a gun or whatever. He's, you know, getting ready to go into battle. And there is another 293 that I actually don't have it because it's the same pop with the common Thor. It was a 2-pack, and it came with Groot and Thor. There is the same exact pop that's here. I just didn't feel like it was, out of all of them, it just wasn't beneficial to get a 2-pack that has the same pops that I already have in it. So 293 we have here. We also do have 295, which is Black Widow. Now you may have noticed that I skipped 294, and that's because it is the Hulkbuster that I showed you earlier. But Black Widow right here, 295, another common pop. But I'm just happy to have all of these Infinity War pops in the collection. So let's move on. All right, so up next we have one of the final and last Thanos pops, I believe. This is a Walmart exclusive, number 296, Thanos, where he's kind of putting out that portal in front of him from the gauntlet. It's a pretty cool pop, you know, it's a Walmart exclusive. Again, another one that's not easy to get a hold of unless you want to pay above retail, at least at this point anyway. And you can see here that he does have a bit of a different box with that little portal on the side there. But this was a Walmart exclusive, and if we move along to number 297, we have actually some exclusives in this row here. This is a Toys R Us exclusive. It's Groot with the little Game Boy or whatever that he's playing in the movie. I happen to have this guy out of box as well. It's pretty cool though. Like I said, he's playing the little video game, and he even has, it's got like a tiny little screen on it. Moving along to number 298, which is a Walgreens exclusive. So here we have Cole Obsidian, Walgreens exclusive. This is actually a pretty heavy pop in my opinion. It's a big pop, but this is Cole Obsidian, number 298, Walgreens exclusive. This one went online for a brief period of time. I don't know if he's available still, but glad to have him. And mind you, all of my Infinity War pops are in mint condition, so that's why they're all in pop protectors. Next up, we have 299, Walmart exclusive, Captain America. He's got more of a fighting action pose. As you can see there, he's kind of got his fist out, like ready to go, in comparison to the common Captain America pop. So this is like more of a fighting pose Captain America, and it is number 299. Now, moving up to number 300, this is the Iron Spider, and this is where he has the little legs coming out of the back of the suit that he can use at his advantage. So we do have the Iron Spider with the legs. I think this one is pretty cool though. Avengers Infinity War, number 300. And if we jump along to number 304 here, we have an FYE exclusive Iron Man Unmasked. So it's just Tony Stark's head sticking out of the Iron Man costume. So that is number 304. And then we have another Spider-Man pop, which is the Iron Spider Box Lunch exclusive, number 305. And this is the Unmasked Iron Spider, which is pretty cool there. So you can see Peter Parker right there at the top, and he's got his little web slinger thing going on there, which is nice as well. All right, so rounding things off, we have another Groot, number 416. The numbers get a little jumpy here because of some of the larger pops that I've shown you, so just roll with it. But we have Groot with the Stormbreaker attached to his arm, where he makes he grabs the axe and wraps his tree arms around it, and then cuts his arm off or whatever to make Thor his weapon. So we do have 416 here, which is Groot, and we have 417, which is a pretty cool pop. My favorite in this little wave right here that we're talking about, the newer wave, which is Young Gamora, number 417, and this was a part of quite a few other little pops here. And we do also have number 418, which was in that same wave. So this is Bucky Barnes, and you can see here that he does have his new arm and he's holding a weapon. Good old Bucky, right? I mean, he's just a cool one all around. Now, number 419 here is Bruce Banner, and you can see I like this one because he's trying to Hulk out, so he's like turning a little bit green, but not necessarily all the way, and he just can't get the Hulk to come out. So this one's cool because obviously it was made with that idea of the whole movie where Bruce Banner just has trouble turning into Hulk. So we have number 419 right here. And we're moving a little bit backwards in time as far as the number goes for this next one. But this one is cool because, well, first off, it's the only black box pop in this series. It's a Walgreens exclusive, and it lights up. Number 380, Iron Man, and I actually have an out-of-box version of this too, so you can see the lights here. When I press this little button right here, when you press it, isn't that cool? It's just so awesome. He has a light on his chest, his two eyes, and right here on his hand. I just think this one is pretty cool all around. The last two that we have here in this series is number 3. We'll go with 307 first. This is the Hot Topic exclusive Vision, and he's kind of got a metallic look to him. I don't know if he's officially like metallic or not, but he does have a little bit of metallic on his like face, as you can see right there. But this was a Hot Topic exclusive, number 307 in the lineup. Like I said, we're jumping around a little bit with numbers. But one of the other grails in the Infinity War lineup is definitely this guy right here, StoneKeeper or Red Skull, whatever you want to call him. This was a Funko Shop exclusive drop, and this is one of the cooler pops that I have seen in this lineup. Super detailed. I had this in a video. I pulled this from a mystery box actually, so I will link that video below in case you want to check out this guy in more detail. But yeah, 339 StoneKeeper, pretty awesome pop. All right, so that about wraps it up for this video. I couldn't even fit all of them on the table, so I gave up halfway through. But I want to know your favorite pop from this Infinity War collection in the comments section below. I'm super happy to have all these. They take up quite a bit of space, as you can see, and there's still more over there, and the bigger like 6-inch and 10-inch figure. I mean, there's a ton of them, everybody, like a ton. So let me know which ones are your favorites in the comments section below, and I hope you enjoy this series of taking a look at my collection line by line. If you do, leave this video a thumbs up, and if you're not already, subscribe and hit the notification bell or Thanos will come after you. I promise you. He does not like people that don't hit the notification bell. So do that. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate all of the support. Once again, this has been Box Attack. I'm Dom, and I'm buried behind pops, and I will catch you in the next video.